Welcome back for a Beatles Timeline Moment. A timeline of more than 100 years of facts and events, with notable songs and people in the history of the Beatles. Please subscribe to this channel to stay informed with future historical Beatles Timeline Moments. A Day in the Life. Written primarily by John Lennon, with Paul McCartney contributing to the song's middle section, the Beatles began recording A Day in the Life on January 19, 1967. The song was first released in the UK as an album track on the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band LP, on June 1, 1967, then issued in the United States the following day. It is widely regarded as one of the finest and most important songs in popular music history. Lennon's lyrics were inspired by contemporary newspaper articles, including a report on the death of Guinness heir Tara Browne. In the song's middle segment, McCartney recalls his younger years, which included riding the bus, smoking, and going to class. Following the second crescendo, the song ends with a sustained chord, played on several keyboards, that sustains for over 40 seconds. An alleged drug reference in the line "I'd love to turn you on" resulted in the song initially being banned from broadcast by the BBC. The ending chord is one of the most famous in music history. Lennon wrote the melody and most of the lyrics to the verses of A Day in the Life in mid-January 1967. Soon afterwards, he presented the song to Paul McCartney, who contributed the middle 8 section. The orchestral part was recorded on February 10 with producer George Martin and McCartney conducting a 40-piece orchestra. What Martin did was to explain the music score to the orchestra. He wrote the lowest possible note aimed at each of the instruments, for every individual musician. At the end of the 24 bars, he wrote the highest note near a chord of E major. Then he put a squiggly line right through the 24 bars, with reference points to tell them roughly what note they should have reached during each bar. Martin said, "They all looked at him as though he were completely mad." McCartney had originally wanted a 90-piece orchestra, but this was financially impossible. Instead, the semi-improvised segment was recorded multiple times, filling a separate 4-track tape machine, and the 4 different recordings were overdubbed into a single massive crescendo. The results were successful. In the final edit of the song, the orchestral bridge is repeated after the final verse. We would like for you to participate for a Beatles discussion at our timeline website, the4beatles.com. There, you can share your thoughts and memories, with us and others, of more than 250 Beatles timeline topics. Again, please subscribe to this channel to stay informed with future historical Beatles timeline moments.